Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Friday. Hopefully, you're all having a good one. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm happy to be back after taking yesterday off. It's been busy out here, real busy. So, I'm excited to be back streaming this morning. Thank you, Slade, Fruit, and Blackadder for those subs to get the day kicked off. We've got some testing for the Peoria Regional Championships going on today. I cannot attend the Baltimore Regional Championships this weekend because I am here working on a project. But I will be attending the Peoria Regional Championships in 2 weeks. And I think I'm going to Salt Lake as well. I think I'm just gonna go to as much as I can early on in the season, as I want to qualify for Worlds this year. So that's what we got on the agenda. Should be a good time. We should see reveals from the next Japanese Pokemon trading card game set soon. Silver Tempest, right? Or whatever. Is Silver Tempest the English name? I'm pretty sure that's the English name, right? Thank you, J Stu, for that tier 1 sub and the 33 months. And thank you, Kyle, for that tier 3 sub and the 41 months. Also, Gym Leader Challenge happening at the Baltimore Regional Championships. That is very exciting. So hopefully everybody has fun who plans on participating in the Gym Leader Challenge side events. I know there's been some structural things that have been announced for the season, right? Like 500 championship points is what you need to qualify for Worlds. Cool, all right. We've got local league cups and things like that returning in 2023. Okay, cool, sounds good. And it sounds like for the Gym Leader Challenge side events in Baltimore, they're allowing foreign cards, and they're allowing World Championship prints of cards, which is really exciting because I love some of the Japanese prints of cards that we just don't get here in the United States, like the certain holographic patterns and all that stuff. It's all very hype. So great stuff. Awesome stuff. And yes, the Paradigm Trigger sets, right? That set should be getting revealed soon. Hopefully I'll be able to open some of that here on the channel. That's the idea. So I think that's coming out in October. So I'll be home in a week. Yes, I know you guys love my content bunker. I know you guys love my content bunker here. But I will be returning to my Tricky Gym studio in a week. So I'm very excited about that. It's been a long month out here, wherever it is that I am, doing whatever it is that I'm doing. But it will all be worth it in the end. And we will be back to our normal kind of grind starting next week. Well, I fly out on Friday of next week. So starting a week from Monday, we will be back to our very normal day in, day out Tricky Gym grind set. So that's exciting. I'm thrilled. I can't wait to be home. I am definitely a little bit homesick, but I've got Natalie and my mother-in-law visiting for the weekend. So I'm very excited about that as well. I've got a little bit of home with me here. So that's really lovely. and is certainly helping with my homesickness, which I am starting to get. I haven't had a feeling like this since I went away to college, really, because like I'm 33 years old, man. I don't go places for a month away from like my family by myself anymore. That was something I did a decade ago, more, 15 years ago when I was going away to college. Now it's like, yeah, bro, I'm a homebody now. I just be chilling at the crib, hanging out with Natalie, seeing my friends every day. I got my home. I got my studio, that I've spent years building that I'm like really happy with. Having to go back to the nomad lifestyle, just like, yeah, I don't know if I'm built for this, but it's cool. It's really exciting. Can't wait for you guys to see what it is that I've been working on. I think that it's going to be really cool. But like hard for me to tell from my perspective. But I think it's going to be really, really dope. So definitely going to be incredibly unique, and I'm excited to hear what y'all think about it. Let's pop over to the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, shall we? I was thinking about working on a little bit of like a Lost Box deck that plays Radiant Charizard, and can reuse Radiant Charizard throughout the game, as well as Sableye. I think that's pretty cool. Oh, thank you. Yes, the lo-fi music's on. I can turn that off. Yes, let's do that. I forgot. Boop. No more lo-fi. Excellent. Yo, thanks, Brett. Yeah, it's I've been really stretching myself, trying to do everything, right? This project is taking a lot out of me, but you guys, what I do here, this is the most important thing to me. This is what we've been building for years. I'm really excited about this extra project, but like, it is just that. It's an extra project. This is what's most important to me. So I'm excited to get back home and get back to the typical grind. YouTube videos, all of that. I know my YouTube videos have been lacking lately because I just don't have the time. Like literally, I just do not have the time. Oh, for sure, Kamehameha. Yeah. Well, that's why some days I have to take off. It's just like there literally like physically is not time for me to do it. So some days I have to take off. I've been making sure to, to take care of myself. I definitely am like going to my limits, but I'm making sure that I'm like staying within them, because if I don't, then everything that I do is going to suffer. So yeah, let's think. We've got Sableye, right? We've got Comfies. We've got Charizard. Have I seen this Kyurem deck going around? Are you talking about like Palkia, Kyurem VMAX? I mean, we could certainly do that. I kind of like the idea that Sableye can, take 2 knockouts at once with its Lost Mine attack. It's pretty cool. You could use a card like Galarian Zigzagoon, right, to take out 2 Comfy at once. You'd have to get 2 Galarian Zigzagoon in order to do that, but it is certainly possible. And then You've got Radiant Charizard. You could use a card like Echoing Horn. I'm not sure about like Pokestop. It could be Training Courts. It could really be anything. Oh, you're not seeing my screen? Thanks. I forgot about that. Oops. Sorry. Yeah, that dude, once I get back to my other studio, it's going to be way easier for me to keep track of all that stuff. But I only got like 1.5 screens I'm working with right now, so it's tough sometimes. But yeah, you could use like Galarian Zigzagoon is something that I've thought, because you're placing 12 damage counters. You can knock out 2 Comfey at the same time, which is pretty good. But we've also got Radiant Charizard. Right. It's interesting. I think that Sableye certainly could. Oh, yeah, Articuno is really good for like Cramorant focused decks, but I guess this is trying to be more of like a Charizard Sableye deck, right? You could play like 1 Twin Energy in case you want to try and Combustion Blast quickly. It's another thing that I've thought about. You probably want some sort of stadium in order to counter Path to the Peak, so you can use your Radiant Charizard's attacks. Yeah. Raihan's like okay. You don't really need it. You got these Mirage Gates, right? You could use Magma. Oh, yeah, Magma Basin's like probably just fine. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, 2 Magma Basins, cool. They also help you accelerate energy into play. That's cool. I like that. Probably don't need too much more than 4 energy cards. Like I said, you could play a Twin Energy, but you're probably only going to use that if you use Raihan. So, you know, maybe not. Yeah, you could run Twin. You could run 2 Twin. That's something that I've kind of like. If you're not playing Raihan, you probably want like 2 Twin Energies, but I think you probably should play a couple of Raihan just to help piece the combo together. You could play just 2 Mirage Gate and 2 Raihan, and then that's like kind of just fine. Why does the deck need Mirage Gate? It doesn't necessarily. We could remove it entirely. I feel like it wants Mirage Gate or Raihan. Yeah. It's for the Zard, right. So that you could just go like Mirage Gate and attack. Like you could Mirage Gate and then put Twin Energy on, and then all of a sudden you're attacking if your opponent is using like, you know, if your opponent's. I'm down to cut the Mirage Gate. We could just go Raihan. Thank you, Yanmo. Sure, Charizard could be a late game attacker, but what if it was an early game attacker? You can gate and boss. That's true. See, it's pretty good. Thank you, Yanmo, for the year. Got our 3 choice pelts, or Cramorants, or Sableyes. I kind of like the idea of see, you could use Zigzagoon to like take out multiple Comfey. Well, when you win the, telling you, win the mirror, knock out 2 Comfey at once. It's gonna be gnarly. 2 Zigzagoon, dude. Delphox, yo, Delphox V. Thornton for the Zard recovery. That's kind of poggers. You could just throw and Rod. Well, let's start with 2 Mirage Gate, and we'll just see what we end up doing. And if we don't like the Mirage Gate, we'll cut them. And if we don't like the Raihan, we'll cut them. Sound good? Thank you, Lemon, for the Prime sub. I think the Zigzagoons sound kind of busted. Honestly. The problem with Delphox is that it gives up 2 prizes. I have not messed around with the new Limitless tabletop tool. I don't have really a tabletop setup right now out here in my... Oh, that... I know what you're talking about. Okay, no, I have not messed around with that. But it looks kind of neat. Looks like I'm playing against Mew VMAX. Unfortunately, I do not have any other basics in my opening hand, though, so I have to find some basic search off of my top deck or flower selecting. This should be a pretty decent matchup. The tough thing about it is that I don't have a way to one-hit KO Mew VMAX, but I should just be able to out-trade them because I have all single prize Pokemon. The thing is, I have to make sure that I get out the gates quickly and actually start doing stuff. Like if I hit into a Genesect turn 1 with Cramorant, then I can finish it off easily with Sableye, which is quite good. In fact, I could just use Sableyes to take out Genesects. Thank you, Slaughterhome, for the 15 months. Appreciate it. Looks like they're going to end there. We do not find another basic Pokemon. And we find a Cramorant. Good stuff. We'll scoop up nets. And retreats. Flower selecting. We'll take the gear. Hopefully find Culverus. We find Boss instead. It's not like the best opening for us by any means. That's pretty bad, actually. That's fine, though. We can play out of this. We'll pass. You could play Leon for 310. You could. Thank you, Vodouche, for the Prime sub in the 10 months. I'm already kind of feeling like I'd rather just play the shoes instead of Raihan. I like just drawing cards, churning through things. I'm already like, okay, I like Pokestop more than Magma Basin because, like, look at all these dead cards in my hand. I feel like you never want... Like, with this deck, you're all about getting the turn 1 attack with Cramorant, right? So, cards like Magma Basin and Raihan are just, like, not helping you get that, right? My opponent has to find a switch or something like that in order to get this Genesect out of the active. They've got a beautiful looking board. 3 Genesect V, Meloetta, 4 Fusion Energy. I would be in a bad spot if I had a Pokemon V in play. I'd be getting knocked out for sure. There they go. Cramomatic heads. But I'm probably already having a bad time here because I was not able to find any of my Battle VIP pass, and we just have Raihan as our supporter. It's not great. But we'll see if we can claw back with this current setup we got going on. Okay, we top deck Chorus. That's about as good as it gets for us. So that's fine. That is good. Cool. Let's Ordinary Rod. Just the cram back into the deck. Flower Select. Take the Fire Energy. Culver's Experiments. We're taking these. Seems fine. And we've got 5 cards in the Lost Zone, so that's cool. We can bench that. Switch cards into Cramorant. And just kind of hang out here. Which, fine. I would like to bench Charizard, but probably not worth it. We could put an energy onto Comfy just so we have like a free pivot next turn. And we could spit the Mew. The problem is... Oh, yeah, we could put a Drapion in here. That's true. The problem is right now that if they like Psychic Leap this Cramorant, they do need 2 Power Tablets in order to do that. So but we don't want them to Psychic Leap. They have 1 Power Tablet down, so they only have 3 remaining. Looks like instead they are just... Oh, they've evolved into their second Mew VMAX. So there is no... Double Tails on Silene. Hate to see it. Yeah, there is no Psychic Leapage happening now. So I'm actually completely cool with that because this is going to allow me to just win. Actually. I'm not worried about winning at all now. Yeah, we're chilling. Because... now it's like, all right, it's all just like lined up for me nice and easy. I could go, you know, smack this thing with a Charizard, and we're having a good time. So, let's quick ball away. They've taken 2 prizes. We can Raihan, smack with Charizard. That's fine. We'll quick ball away this and go get the Zard. And then we can Flower Selecting, and we find quick ball and the Twin. We probably want... If I get the Twin, I don't have this energy in the discard pile of fire, so I can't use the Magma Basin yet. We're thinking that I will just Raihan. That's fine. I can guarantee the attack with a quick ball. And I can also like go get some other cards out of my deck. So that's nice. Mirage Gates. Get Sableye. I am going to need more stuff. That's for sure. We'll grab Sableye. We'll grab Charizard. We can now Magma Base into the Charizard. And in order for the Charizard to attack, I need to get 2 more energy attached to it. So I can don't think there are 2 more energy in my deck. So I have to Raihan here. There might be 1 more energy in my deck. Yeah. I can just go get the basic fire energy, attach it, and do that. The twin energy is also just not bad to use because it keeps the basic fire in my deck in case I want to do like a thing later. But I do need to get these psychic energies back so that I can use my Sableye. The idea is that I can use Sableye to do 60 damage to the Mew and then 60 damage over here and then just set up this Mew VMAX for game, right? Yes, I didn't know if the twin was in my deck, which is why I didn't Raihan to the Sableye. The optimal play there is to Raihan to the Sableye. I didn't know if the other twin was in my deck, guys. I didn't check my prizes, but yes. So it's like I didn't want to like goof that, right? But yes, the optimal play. I just didn't know if the twin was in my prizes or not. So the optimal play there would have been to Raihan to Sableye. It crossed my mind, but I was like, I don't know. I don't know which energy is left. It actually looks like my opponent's going to Gust the Sableye, which makes me look like a genius because yeah, now I am just very easily going to win the game. And Charizard is just not messing around. So we'll take our 3 prize cards, and now we're having a grand old time. Yeah, Charizard is very strong. I like what Charizard brings to the Lost Box deck a lot. I like the Sableyes as well. Figuring out like the perfect engine for it, the perfect counts of energy, I think is going to be one of the challenges. I like Rose Tower in this. Rose Tower could be good in this deck too. But like, I guess usually we're just going to have a big hand. It just so happens that I have a small hand right now. But usually we'll have a pretty big one. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in the Lost Zone, so only 1 more. I'm not exactly sure that I'll end up using these Mirage Gates. Maybe just Raihan is better, right? So could be the case. Raihan does get you exactly what you want as well, which is nice. Charizard does a lot of damage. Looks like they're going for a Psychic Leap or something so they don't lose. But they have to Psychic Leap a Comfey because they're probably not going to be able to Psychic Leap for 140 damage. So we're kind of chilling there. Feeling good, man. This deck shouldn't be as weak to Empoleon. You can escape rope around it, and you can hit it with Sableye. So that's nice. Cool. So, oh, I wanted to do it. You didn't let me do it. Thank you, Raynor, for the tier 1 sub. Let's look at that again. Is this where we want to be with this? I don't think we need the Mirage Gates. We've got these Magma Basins The Raihans, I know. It's not... We had a really weird opening hand, but we were still able to... We were still able to pull things off. I think we can maybe go like 3-rod. I like the idea of stops. I like the idea of Raihan and Magma Basins. I think Raihan's really good because we have such little basic energy. It brings them back. Think of Raihan like an... think of Raihan like a... You know, an energy recovery card. Which is cool. I wouldn't mind... an Echoing Horn or so in this deck. Or Zigzagoon to be able to bop things with Sableye. I'll put one Zigzagoon in here. And let's put some shoes. I'm probably never using this Zigzagoon. Drapion? Man, I don't need Drapion. I just smacked it. Zigzagoon means you can knock out a Manaphy and a Sobble. That's true. Flying Pika seems like a problem for this deck. Nah, you just escape rope it. But I guess... Alright, so that's probably why you need to... Like, you need to play one Echoing Horn, right? At least. This deck is sick! We're playing against the Reggies. This should be... Yeah, should be not a great matchup for us because we do have a tough time hitting that 130 mark without the Articuno in the deck. The Turbo Cramorant version of this deck is clearly just better at doing what we need to do. We do have our one Zigzagoon. Yeah, I think we probably need to play Echoing Horn. And we do have Sableye. So, yeah, we can do it. Yeah, you can hit with Cram and clean up with Sableye, but the problem is that they can just use Scoop Up Net, right? So, that is the issue. Okay. Gonna get a couple of Comfy. And then I'm gonna get a Sableye and a Cramorant. And then we're gonna start moving. Would I like the Psychic Energy? Nar. We got a gear. Cool. Let's escape rope. And they bring up the Registeel. And it's time to start selecting. Get another shoe. Trekking shoe. Do I want the boss? No. Find Sui and Heavy Ball. Ain't nothing there. That's cool. We can Scoop Up Net the Comfy. Go into another Comfy. Flower selecting again. I'll take the Charizard. That's fine. And then I can gear. And we do not find what we want. Pokestop. Holy smokes. Oh, pain. Okay, that's fine. Bench Comfy, and we're going to escape rope again. And I can flower selecting. And we find scoop up nets. Okay. How many cards do I have in the lost zone now? 3. Okay. I can scoop up nets. Yeah, this one. And retreat into it. Flower selecting again, and we find switch cards. And I can switch cards into the Cramorant and bench Radiant Zard and spit instantly for 110. So we get the turn 1 attack, barely. But being up against the Reggies, they have 130 hit points. They can use Scoop Up Net to heal their guys, kind of like cancel. Right, so it's like, here we are, just boom. And it was all pointless, right? Obviously, the Articuno version is going to be better in this particular matchup. But I already have the Articuno version built and kind of like fleshed out, like I said. So I like Cram Articuno. The Cram Articuno deck is one of my favorites. And they just have Gigaton Break. So it's not a fantastic situation I'm in. I can Raihan and get a twin. That's not even going to be enough to be able to attack with that Radiant Zard. So we have to go here. And then let's flower select. Well, now possible. Get the gear. And so I've got all my basic energy in the discard pile, but that's okay because we've got Magma Basin. And I can... Oh, but I need to be able to move this guy. Oh my god. I can Raihan and do that and get the twin, and then it's just still not quite enough, right? It's got Colress. All my energy is... And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like swinging with Cram. This matchup's just like not really winnable without the Articunos, I don't think. Unfortunately. We'll try one more time. But yeah, being limited to 110 with Cramorant. Charizard's cool, but like, you really want to be swinging into Pokemon V with that. Thank you, Arheeb and your boy Lysol for those subs. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you. This is a good opening hand. And we're playing against Mew VMAX again. That's cool. I think this matchup is good. So, this is like, you can see the difference between the Cramorant Articuno deck and having Charizard and Sableye specifically in this matchup. It's a big deal. Though, you know, my Cramorant Articuno deck does play Path now, so there is that, which certainly helps. I think I'm just going in with Colress's Experiment. And I think, yeah, we would prefer to smack into the active because the Genesect cannot be healed, really. So we switch carts and then quick ball away. We shouldn't quick ball yet, but here I am, so that's fine. We should probably wait for because we want a Comfy and we want a Cramorant, so I should flower selecting, and if I hit one of them, but it's fine. What we really want is a Battle VIP pass, so we can go here and we can go get another Cramorant. Since we're going to want to lead Crams, we do that. Put another Comfy down. Send that guy up. Flower select. Take another scoop up nets. Scoop up net again. Go here. We've got the magic number 4 in the lost zone. So we're big chillin', and we spit innocently for 110 damage. Lost. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, that's fine. I still think we're okay. But, yeah. We don't really need boss in this deck because we got Sableye, right? The Lost City, though, that's we can still win even if they lost zone. Yeah, we're fine. Listen, dude, they just scooped because they didn't hit heads on their Cramomatic. Like, we're chilling, man. Tony's watching from a train right now. Nice. Thank you, Tony, for that Prime sub in the 25 months. I feel like going second in this deck is good, but I mean, you can use Colress on turn 1, which is really important because you can get more cards in the Lost Zone. You can also use your, more dig for Battle VIP pass. Looks like I'm playing against Origin Form Palkia VSTAR. Intellion. This is the matchup I want to play against. I want to see, can the Lost Zone Toolbox deck realistically beat this deck consistently? That's what I want to know. That's what I'm here for. Let's start selecting. Cramorant. Yeah, we'll get you boy Cramorant. That's fine. And then Culver's Experiments. We want this, and we'll take the Fire Energy. Oh, I kind of need this Manaphy too, bro. Or else they can just Greninja my fellas. So we take the Battle VIP pass. You don't really need another Colress. Actually, you do. You want to be able to attack my Sableye at some point. Right. I think we're just going to go here. That's fine. And then we can get another Comfy. We've got Cramorant out. And we're going to get another Cramorant. That's fine. I actually don't want too many Comfies in play. Because that's fine. We'll escape row for. Do I want to hit into the Palkia? Hitting into the Palkia is good. Knocking out a Sobble is also good. So probably knock out a Sobble because that way we just like decrease the options that they have. So we'll escape rope. you can't Sableye because you need 10 cards in the Lost Zone bags, and I am nowhere near 10 cards in the Lost Zone, so no, I cannot. Well, flower selecting. And then, do I ditch the Sableye, or do I take the Battle VIP pass? The thing is, I kind of want to be a little bit conservative with my bench Pokemon so I don't get Greninja'd. So, I think I'll just take the Sableye. And we can put down the Cramorant, retreat into a Cramorant, and we'll spit innocently. It's a good start. I like it. We got a quick ball as well, which is good. The worst part about that opening turn was losing the Manaphy to the Lost Zone. But we're doing okay. We should hopefully be able to scoop up net one of the Comfy, right? And then if we are able to scoop up net one Comfy, then I can make it so that Radiant Greninja is not really threatening a 2-prize knockout, which is what we want to do. And I was able to wager that by knocking out one of their Sobbles that they probably wouldn't be able to pull off the Moonlight Shuriken this turn. And it turns out by knocking out one of those Sobbles, not only was I able to prevent a Moonlight Shuriken, I was able to prevent, like, everything, which is why this deck is so good, right? Because you're just fast and aggressive and can take command of the game really quickly. So I think I'm just going to go in and continue digging with Culver's experiments. We find a Psychic Energy. We find an Escape Rope. And we find Culver's experiment again, I believe is what we're going for. I don't want to Escape Rope. Unfortunately, now they could use Radiant Greninja. I'm kind of okay with... If I do Escape Rope, they'll probably send up the Radiant Greninja. If they send up the Radiant Greninja, they'll probably knock out both my Comfy and go to 4 prizes. But then I could potentially... 110 could knock out that. Yeah, so I think I will Escape Rope. I think that's fine. If they send up Sobble, that's wild. They're so... Okay. Sure, man. So then I get to Comfy. And we find a Scoop Up net, which is exactly what I want. Because now I protect myself against the Radiant Greninja play. And we're chilling. So we just spit innocently here. And we take our prize. Find another rope. My hand is huge, bro. It's so big. It's nuts. Look how big this hand is. I'm loving it, man. So they could attack with Inteleon this turn. That might be something that they do. They might be thinking to themselves, you know what, this guy, this jokester, this fella can't deal with my 160 hit point Inteleon. To which I say, yes, I can, actually. It'll be just fine. It's another reason why the Charizard's really good in this deck, just giving you more flexibility. And I do like Sableye in combination with Galarian Zigzagoon. This is what I was... This is my nightmare. It's Marnie, right? This entire big hand I had just is gone, man. Doesn't feel good. So I think these are like some of the biggest issues about the Lost Box decks. Getting your hand disrupted. And Aqua Bullets, softening up the Cramorants, putting it in Radiant Greninja range, but they've already used their VSTAR power, so it's probably not something I have to worry about. We find a Choice Belt. Cool. Let's Flower Select. We find a pair of shoes. And let's Trek. We find Quick Ball. Okay. And I've got just the fire energy in the discard pile. So that's fine. I can boss up. I think I'm going to boss up this Palkia. Honestly. Because that means they can't. If I knock out the Sobble, they could Rock Sand me, and then I probably just lose. Right? So I'm trying to just like, in some ways, I'm trying to just buy more time. In order to move this Palkia, they probably have to Melanie, which means they're not going to be disrupting my hand. Let's see. I'm also down to just like not even hit it and just continue using Flower Selecting, which might be what I do, because I kind of just need to grow my hand size right now, right? And then I have Choice Belts. We'll attach Choice Belt. And swing for 140. So this way, in order to attack with Palkia, they have to Melanie, which is fine. I'm still a little bit on the ropes right now. But even just doing 140 damage to this is really good, because I could potentially finish it off with Sableye later. So that works. And they've got Irida, so they might play Switch. There's not a lot of... Not every Palkia deck plays Switch. So we'll see if they play that. They play Cross Switcher, though. So that'll get them out, which is fine. Looks like they're starting to power up Radiant Greninja. And they've got Manaphy down. They actually saved my Cramorant, which I like, because it means I get another attacker, right? And the Training Court, I can just retreat the Comfy. We are just like in this really weird spot with a low hand size right now, which I don't love. Flower Selecting, and we find Gear and Rope. We probably want Gear. Yeah, for sure. And we'll play that. We find Raihan. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards in the Lost Zone, you say. 10. So what if I use Training Court to get a fire energy back, and then Quick Ball away the fire energy, get Sableye. Hopefully I have a Psychic Energy in the deck. I do. And then, or I could just get Charizard and like knock out the Inteleon, which is also like not terrible. That's fine. Raihan to the Charizard and go get the twin. and then scoop up net the Comfy and take the knockout. But if they Raihan to the... Well, that's fine. Well, it's not great. They could take a double knockout here, which would be quite bad. But we find Culver's experiment. Yeah, if they have Raihan to the Radiant Greninja and they take both those prizes, that would be tough. I've only got 3 prizes left. I feel like I'm definitely walking a tightrope. It's like ever since that Marnie, it just feels so bad to get Marnied and Roxanne with this deck. Because you feel like invincible when you have a huge hand size. I got Big Charm, which is fine. I only got 3 prizes left. This thing is damaged, so I can clean up that and then knock out the Manaphy for game. So there's definitely a route. It's just... Alright, and they're going to protect that. Put that to 170, which is fine. We'll promote Comfy. And... we'll use Ordinary Rod, and we're going to do both. We're going to put back in Charizard and Cramorant. I shouldn't have put that back into the deck. That was a huge misplay on my part. All right. Culver's. We get Quick Ball. We get Fire Energy. And we get Escape Rope. Okay. And then Flower Selecting. We find Charizard. But they've got 3 prizes left, not 2. Definitely have to take the Charizard. But the problem is they could just attack with Radiant Greninja next turn and I just lose. Right? Because I had to lost zone the Manaphy. So probably I need to just like never lost zone that Manaphy, right? Yeah, it's tough. We're just so close, but not quite where we need to be. And all they need to do is just scoop up nets, and then they can deny this. It's like we're so close. But yeah, all they need to do is attack with Radiant Greninja and I lose. So I do think that the Lost Box decks are probably a little bit too weak to Marnie. Like that game was chill until I got Marnied. And then it's like you get Marnied and your hand's just too small. And you can't like come out of it. I thought that maybe I could win that game without the Manaphy, but I think you probably just need to keep the Manaphy on board no matter what. I do like the idea of Charizard with the Lost Box deck. I still think I just prefer this. I just like this version of the deck, though. Yeah, this is my favorite version of the deck to play. It's fun, man. Giratina, A. Could take a look at Giratina. I know. That's right, Trevor. Even with Manaphy, a lot of lists are running canceling clone. I have time to find it. That's like another... That's a tough thing, right? Because you're not like disrupting the hand. So... you can just sit around all day until you find... All right, 6. So they're going to go straight for their Empoleon, right? Because they see Comfy and they're like, yeah, we want to stop that. But we've got answers to Empoleon. I ain't worried. Yo, Charles with a 2 Manaphy Spice. I don't mind that. Yeah, what's Radiant Greninja going to do against 2 Manaphy? Nothing, brah. You can't clone the boat. That's facts. Northward says Empoleon is GG's for this deck. No, it's not. Watch. See? No, actually, we got 4 path in this deck, dude. This deck smacks Empoleon. Easy. Yeah, 4 path, bro. 4 rope, 4 boss, 4 path. I ain't got no problems with the Penguin. This deck just gets in there, man. Mew VMAX, easy matchup. Because I've got 4 path. Your boy says, do you have a merch line? I did Tricky Jim's shirts in the spring, and I've got Tricky Jim pullover hoodies coming out in about a couple of weeks. I will keep you guys updated on when I get those in the Tricky Jim Discord. But I'm very excited about the pullover hoodies. We're doing heather gray with a black logo. I like basic designs, you know. That's kind of my jam. Let's start with some trekking. Do I want the ordinary rod? I can keep the ordinary rod. That's fine. Trek again. We'll keep that. And then let's Culver's experiments. We find all the good stuff. Okay. And here we go. We get Battle VIP Pass. Go get one of these guys. And we can also get, we got Comfy. We probably just want multiple Comfy. Yep. We'll grab those. And then start scooping, baby. Flower selecting. Grab the switch cart. Scoop up Comfy. Flower selecting. Grab the other switch cart. Bench that. Put these down. My birds. do that. Quick ball away, Comfy. Get Articuno. Go into Cram. And we spit for 100 damage. And then we just wear them down. That's the idea. If you're worried about the Mew VMAX matchup, you can play a Drapion also. I don't have Drapion in this list right now, but you certainly could do that. Obviously, Drapion doesn't play nicely with Path to the Peak, but the idea is that you use it when your opponent counters Path to the Peak. So you just kind of slap it down and boom, you're in there. They did play a Stadium down turn 1, so maybe they don't have a Stadium. If we catch them slipping there, that'd be nice. They can just retreat and take a knockout with Technoblast. Yeah. I could see trying to play like a couple of Psychic Energy and a couple of Sableye in this list. I do like the idea of just being able to clean things up. But this list right now is dedicated to the art of the birds. All right, they're just going to boss up my Comfy, and they do not have another Stadium in their hands, so we did catch them slipping, which is fantastic. I've got a Switch card in my hand and a Colress's Experiment, so I can dig a little bit more with this Comfy. We got a Choice Belt, love it. Let's Flower Select. Colress's Experiment. Path, Colress. Rope. And we just keep that pressure on. Grab an Articuno. And we can bench that. And Choice Belts. Switch Carts. And Spit. For 140 damage. They could Psychic Leap if they have 2 Power Tablets. What, 50, yeah, 80, 110. They find the Pokestop Stadium. Okay. I'm glad I have another Path. They have 1 Power Tablet. So I have to hope that I am able to slow them back down, but I also definitely like having access to Pokestop. So that's pretty hype. They quick ball away the Elisa Sparkle. And are digging for something, apparently. Oh, they find Silene. Double Tails on Silene. Remind me to literally never even consider putting that card into my deck. Next time I'm telling you guys that I'm thinking about Silene, tell me no. They're going to Lost Vacuum my Choice Belts, Pokemon Catcher. Yeah, I think I'm chilling. They have to Psychic Leap the Cram. But then they leave themselves with just a damaged Mew, and if I find a boss, then I knock out the Mew. So they're just going to scoop, as they should. Yeah, Silene's bad, but Timer Ball's good. Right. All right, I'm done with the Lost Box stuff. I think that I am convinced that my favorite Lost Box variant is the Cramorant one. Yeah, this is my favorite Lost Box variant. You're going to beat all the other single prize decks for the most part. If you really want to be fancy with it, you can put a second Manaphy in there. Something like that. The Kyogre one? Are we talking about Silene bad, Order Pad good? True, yes. Well, I think that the reason I like this deck so much is because it's just fast and efficient and consistent and disruptive with Path. Like, this deck actually works every time. Whereas, like, some of these other Lost Zone decks, like Lost Box decks, can just be inconsistent piles. Like, they get Marnied and you're just, like, having a terrible time. Where this deck, like, needs so little that you can, like, survive a Marnie. Yeah, the not using energy thing is, like, the best part. Now, let's build something fun. Something new. Something gets the people asking questions. Oh, yeah, we were playing with Zoroark. That was cool. We got an idea of, like, the Zoroark deck, though. The Sharon's Care version is bad. Yeah, I'm not into that. You're better off just do your consistent Zoroark stuff. Just smack people, right? You're going to have a better time for sure. This one's got the Radiant Halucha, the Choice Belts. Yeah, easy peasy. I do think you probably only need 2 Gengar. I do think I like 3/3 on the supporter line. Play 4 bosses orders, sure. I mean, it's like a lot of options with this deck. Could always play a 4th boss. Doesn't matter. You're just an aggressive deck, and you're trying to punish. No Rangaroo to protect the double turbo energy? Nah, just Marnie instead. Why do you need 3 bans? The bans are here just to help you knock out VMAXs. How many VMAXs do you need to knock out in order to win the game, too? So, right? Otherwise, they're pointless. You do 280, so. Well, what's... All right, we don't have... The Zoroark list, I think, is like quite good. Is it realistic to give up against single prizers? Yeah. At a regional, yeah. On the ladder, no. But at a regional, yeah. yeah, you can. And I'm telling you, the Sharon's Care, that stuff is like, it does not work, man. We have not tried Rotom yet, so things we could do. We could do Rotom, we could do Magnezone. Honestly, we're like almost beating single prize decks just because single prize decks are kind of not very good. One way that you could beat single prize decks with your Zoroark deck is if you play Jolteon. It's a thought that I've had. You could play Jolteon Memory Capsule. Thank you, John VNGS, for the Prime sub. Playing against Origin Form, Palkia VSTAR, and we're going first with our Hisuian Zoroark VSTAR deck. We've got a great opening hand with a Gapejaw Bug to put damage counters on my Zoroark, double turbo energy for my Zoroark, and what else do we really need? I've got the Switch, I've got a Choice Belt and an Ultra Ball. I can kind of just save that all for next turn. We've also got a Research, so I can research next turn. We've got Hisuian Zoroark VSTAR already in the hand, and if they don't get this Origin Form Palkia V out of the active spot, it is going to get knocked out, which, yeah, that's good stuff for me for sure. Now, one thing that's worth noting in this matchup is that you do have a lot of Pokemon with low HP because you damage yourself. So you do have to watch out for Radiant Greninja. I've thought about putting a Manaphy in this deck. Could be useful just for preventing that play, since, you know, getting 2 Pokemon knocked out by a single prize Pokemon is kind of not cool, bro. It's not cool, man. A lot of Palkia lists are playing Canceling Clone to get around Manaphy, but we're so aggressive that they might not have time to set up that play. We also play lots of hand disruptors. We've got 3 copies of Marnie in the deck, which can make it more difficult for them to cook that play up. Also, if they plan on going in with Radiant Greninja, that means that they plan on using their V-Star power to get energy onto it, which means they'll have to have a Palkia in play. And the dream for the Hisuian Zoroark V-Star deck is to knock out Palkia game, right? We can see there are already 2 Palkia in play, so there's 4 prizes that I can take right there. And in order to knock out my Hisuian Zoroark V-Stars, they will have to have Palkias in play. And since they opened a Palkia, I am probably just going to win this game, because I will knock out this Palkia, then I will knock out this Palkia, then I will knock out whatever other Palkia they put out, and it's going to be the beautiful 4-turn game. They've got Temple of Sinnoh in that deck. Oh, God. That's fine. We'll do this. We'll switch. We can Ultra Ball away these and go get Gengar. I guess I'll get Crobats. Really just, yeah, that's fine. We've got the Gapejaw still, so I'll find Gengar right here. I did not find a Gengar right here. That's cool. I'll find a Gengar right here. And then I can use my V-Star power to do some stuff. So I can bench this, and then Evolution Incense. I did discard another Gapejaw, but I've got 2 more in the deck, so that's okay. Cool. So we're just going to damage pump. I think there's a glitch here. No? Did they fix it? Okay, we're good. What's the glitch? The glitch is if you just have 2 Pokemon in play, so that's fine. We'll Phantom Star to discard these 2. Thankfully, the glitch did not rear its ugly head. We can bench Bidoof and pop out the Gengar. And that is turn 2, 280 damage, right? Which is exactly what this deck is trying to do. It's what makes this deck so tough to deal with. It's very efficient and aggressive. They're sending up their other Palkia, which is cool. And they're probably going to try and stick me with the Temple of Sinnoh. If I had to guess, right? They've got their VSTAR power. They can accelerate water energy into play. They've got Melanie, so no hand disruption, which is nice because I get to keep this big ol' hand. And they're going to bench the third Palkia, which is all I need, right? I do need to keep track of how many boss's orders I have down because, yeah, that's potentially a card I'll need in order to win the game. If I need to bring up that final Palkia to take the KO, I am also going to need to string my energy together. So I will have to find a double turbo energy. Now, the unfortunate thing about this hand is that I actually have 2 Hisuian Zoroark V-Stars in it. So I kind of need to build up a third one. And I have 1 in the discard pile and 1 in the active spot. So I can't really afford to get rid of this last one. Which means that I'll probably need to Marnie this turn. Which is fine. That does save my boss's orders in the deck. But considering that I absolutely have to find a stadium this turn, I would prefer to research. But it's all good. I need a 2-card combo. I need to find double turbo energy, and I need to find my counter stadium. That's what we're looking for. And I would like to find another Hisuian Zoroark V. They've got the second energy on their origin form Palkia. So Hisuian Zoroark is definitely going down. And then we'll see what Pokemon they decide to accelerate their extra energy to with Star Portal. Looks like it's going to be Radiant Greninja, kind of seeing that that is their win condition, is to promote a single prize Pokemon and take 2 prizes with it next turn, right? So this turn they're going to knock out my Zoroark. Next turn they can do that, maybe after some hand disruption. So we got our work cut out for us. I do think it could be cool to play the Hisuian Zoroark V-Star deck with Jolteon Memory Capsule. Nice, we top deck that. That's good. So we will bench this Zoroark. We are going to evolve here. We can damage pump. Let's see, I've got 2 in the discard pile, yes, and I cannot afford to discard that last one. So I have to Marnie. Let's trek first. Quick Ball, don't want that. We find Bibarel, which is great. We'll take it. This thing's got 100 hit points, which is good. This thing's got 90, so we can actually make it so that the Radiant Greninja cannot take a double knockout by moving a damage counter there Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll just Marnie. So we're disrupting their big hand. I need to find a double turbo, and I need to find the stadium. We're going to Trek first because we find the double turbo. And then we're going to Trek again. And we're going to say no. See the next card. It's Marnie. So I can damage pump again. We'll move a damage counter off of Beaverell and put it on Crobat. Sure. And then I can Ultra Ball away these. And we have to just hope we hit the Gape Jaw off these 5 cards. Not a great situation to be in. Just need to find it. We do not find it. So that is quite bad. I am going to have to turn and run. Thank you, Bug Catcher, for that gifted sub to Shadow Seeker. I can still win if they don't Gust this turn. But they have Evolution Incense, which probably just means they win. Yeah, unfortunately, we really just needed to find that. I could have gone for Research, but then I would have discarded my last Hisuian Zorg VSTAR. Yeah, we should have just Void Return. It's true. Plus 30 damage. It doesn't really matter, but... yeah, it turns out... I mean, that's the thing about Palkia, is like Inteleon just is so consistent. You literally just go get whatever card you want. Beaverell and Zoroark, you're drawing a lot of cards. But let's see, so if they Gust, I mean, the problem is that they've got Return KO. If they get another Palkia going. Yeah, that was just a huge whiff, unfortunately. And then with the guarantee of Inteleon next turn, they should be able to just respond no matter what, right? And that's just checkmate. So the thing about Zoroark is that it's not very... It feels like Gengar, right? It's like, it's the perfect deck if you never miss anything, but if you miss anything, then you've lost. Right? Okay. I don't have a Marnie left in the deck, so there's no way to disrupt, so we do just lose. Yeah, you just miss and you lose. So the other version of Zoroark that I've been tooling around with is like, you know, you want to be a little bit less linear than that. So you could play some spicy stuff. You know, you can put the Eevee Jolteon combo in there. It's not like the most unreasonable thing. So that's like the other thing you could do if you're really worried about Inteleon with your Zoroark deck. It does give you like a little bit of like an X factor where you're not just like, oh, I'm racing to the finish line, and if I miss, I miss. So that's like, Zoro Jolteon. I'm still kind of finding the ideal situation for Zoroark. I think Zoroark's good, but it feels a lot like Gengar VMAX. It's like, yeah, if you never miss a beat, you've got the perfect deck. But if you miss one thing, then it's over for you. All right, guys, hang tight. I'll be right back. After this, make sure to check out FulgerGames.com for all the best Pokemon trading card game singles. We'll be right back. All right, thanks for the patience. I'm back. Let's do it. Real gamer hours out here. Let's build something new though. Let's get to the bottom. You know what I want to get to the bottom of? We're gonna do a poll in the chat. I want to know what you think. Is Giratina VSTAR the real deal? Yes, it's busted. No, overrated. I want to know what you guys think. Is it overrated? Or is it busted? Overrated, they say. You think running it with Arceus is the best way to do it? Could be. Let's see, what were we... Yeah, man. We've been all over the place with this. There was capture energy. I think I've seen people playing like capture energy, water energy, all that stuff, right? Different ways to do this thing. Playing Radiant Greninja, right? That's a lot of energy. That's 16 energy, dude. We got 65 cards in the deck. Then you play like Greninja. And you've got your 4 Mirage Gate. You got your Chorus. Probably just have to take out Battle VIP Pass. Like, we're probably just not playing that card because we're playing Capture Energy instead. And we've got no stadiums right now. Probably want a Manaphy. Honestly, because yeah, getting Radiant Greninja is like not awesome. Zeely asks, where's Natalie? I don't know. Where is Natalie?
Hi. I'm not coming on the camera. I just woke up.
Yeah, she said that she's not going to bless you with her presence. She just woke up. But she's here. It's tough. It feels like you want Choice Belt too. It feels like you want like a Sableye. Right, you want to have options. But it's... It's tough. That's a lot of energy. Probably okay. 3-2 line. It's just... It's tough, man. Do you need Choice Belt? Probably not. You just Star Requiem. Yeah, you don't need no Choice Belt, bro. You just Star Requiem things. You're fine. Absolutely chillin'. And then with Cramorant and Sableye, that's just like, and maybe Radiant Greninja, those are your like your hopes. Memory capsule, what? To use shred? It's not the worst, I guess, against single prize. You're not beating single prize decks though. Realistically. With a Rod plus Snorlax. Could play Snorlax. It's true. I have to play a Rod. You could play a 2/2 Tina line. And then you could put a Rod in here. Yeah, something like that. You just got all the fellas. Let's try that. I'm not convinced that this is going to be great. But, oh well, oh well. Okay. We got Snorlax and Radiant Greninja. Oh, holy moly. What do we got going on here? We can concealed cards. And yeah. That's fine. We'll do it again. Okay. We'll capture energy to Snorlax and go get Comfy, our friend. Flower Select. Sure. That's fine, I suppose. Very curious as to what kind of deck my opponent is playing. Sun and Moon Badge, huh? And Marnie. That's fine. This already feels like a clunky mess compared to the more streamlined decks. I don't like that. And I have no way to deal 200 damage this turn, so that's not super duper fun. Thin the deck a little bit, and let's conceal cards. Cool. Flower selecting. And we find Quick Ball. There's only 2 cards in the Lost Zone. Sure. Then let's do this. Grab Cramorants. Flower select again. We find Culrus. Okay, we can Culrus and find some pretty not great cards. That's fine. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in the Lost Zone now. Meaning that it is finally time for our glorious Cramorants to get in there. That's cool. Sure. Will Spitz. This doesn't feel great. I guess like my damage potential is high, but I just know that if we were playing against like a Palkia and Inteleon deck, we'd just be getting run over right now. So yeah, it's like I've got all these energy in the Lost Zone that I don't want there. Just feels like the efforts are too divided. Like it feels like you have to fully commit to the Giratina thing. Or we just play Arceus Giratina. I'm down to just play Arceus Giratina, dude. Just like, cut your losses. Admit it. Let's see if I can attack with... Okay, so I can just retreat into Snorlax or into Comfy, get a 7th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've only got 5. Oh, so sad. All right, let's conceal cards. We find Boss. Yeah, man, I'm chilling, man. I'm just gonna probably swing into this Espeon VMAX again. That's fine. Yeah, double dragon energy though. Then we're having a good old time. All right, what about with Arceus? Fine. Giratina does just kind of one-hit KO everything. So let's do that. Let's see if I even have any Arceus decks built. I have kind of Arceus Beedrill. Is that the last? Arceus Inteleon. Arceus Gyarados. I guess Arceus Gyarados is like the closest I probably have. Thank you, Captain Nightfall. Cool. Well, this is fun. So we got our Arceus deck. And we got our Giratinas. And the idea here is just start smacking things with Giratina. You just one-hit KO everything. It's kind of nice, isn't it? So you could do Lost Impact for 310 with a choice bounce. Slap Bieber on there. You could play Flying Pikachu so that you have that answer against single prize decks. So that maybe they have a tough time dealing with it. Or you could just say, like, I'm down to just say, like, nah, man. Palkia, you just one-hit KO Palkia with Giratina. Put 2 energy attached to your Pokemon in the Lost Zone. Dang, I don't even think I ever read that, bro. I'm going to be completely honest. You can sack the double turbo energy from an Arceus. That's nuts. That's completely crazy, dude. So cool, man. We play Path, we play Crobats, we've got Beaverell, you've got Evolution Incense, Ultra Ball, Quick Balls. Yeah, man. You've got your one copy of Switch. Maybe you want Pumpkaboo. And maybe we want Choice Belts so that we can hit what? You're hitting... You can hit some numbers with Arceus with Choice Belt. That's not bad. Giratina VSTAR is going to be a main focus of the deck. We've got 14 energy. That's a lot of energy. Yeah, Pumpkin is still the way because you have your 8 ways to get it. So you definitely want Pumpkin as your path counter, but then you just want to have path out like the entire game. We don't have to worry about Miltank anymore. We also have a Shred now, so like that's kind of insane, right? Against single prize decks, you can play you could play Sharon's Care, right? Could play a couple of Sharon's Care if you want to, with like a Pal Pad or something, if you're really feeling it. Or we could play Choice Belts. I mean, we're hitting 280 with no way to put cards into Lost Zone. We're just looking at like 280 there. You could play Tool Jammer, right? I guess my question is like, what's the point of a Flying Pikachu? Like, what's the point? We've already got Path, so we're not going to be... We're not really going to be using... Yeah, what's the point of Flying Pikachu? Giratina VSTAR hits 280. Single prizers, I guess, but what if we use Sharon's Care? I guess you could just say no Sharon's Care and you could play Flying Pikachu instead. It's like not bad. You could just go here, 2 Lightning Energy. You could, yeah, do that. Play your Flying Pikachu just to have it as an option. It's like kind of fine having those outs. I don't hate like a second switch. Or something like that. I do like the idea of having more than 2 Giratina V so that you can like confidently get into your Giratina VSTAR. I don't like the fact that we don't have any way to like hit 310 consistently. I honestly don't really think we need that. Isn't every deck playing Escape Rope? Don't they just kind of deal with it? Yeah. Like that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, bro, just go in with like the Sharon's Care strats. Just do it the old-fashioned way, right? Six energy is fine. You could play a Rod if you want to. We could put Choice Belts, or we could put... Yeah, Choice Belts allow you to hit 310, which is still not enough to hit like a Curum or something like that. But you do have Marnie Path, which is quite good against that stuff. You could play Big Charms, or you could play, yeah, probably like Big Charms are probably fine, right? Thank you, Horsey, for the 37 months. We could just make our guys really big. What about 2 big charge? Just like the old days. You could play Leon if you want to. Right? To 1-hit KO. But what are the odds of you... The odds of you having the Leon when you want it probably aren't super high, but... And then we could play a Rod. I think that's probably fine. So you could do that. The Rod gives us extra energy outs. That's fine. You don't really need more than 6 energy. 12 energy is pretty good. 2 capture energy. I like it. 4 path. Yeah, it's fine. Right? Rock and roll. This is like the tanky version. But then we could also play like an aggro version that's meant to do more damage. Yeah, this has got 2 Sharon's Care in it. It's cool. We don't really need to play the Canceling Cologne anymore, as Miltank is not really a thing. So that's nice. And I'm not going to lie. Yeah, having Arceus in the deck's probably just going to increase our win percentage by a whole lot, because we just got Arceus in here. Oh, yeah, we've got Shred. So never mind. We literally don't even need... You don't even need to worry about Miltank anymore. That's hilarious. Well, I'm kind of glad that we put the Rod in here. It's nice. And it looks like we are up against a Curum VMAX deck. See, I was worried about the Arceus version of Giratina not being able to 1-hit KO Pokemon VMAX. That's like a major point of concern that I have. But Marnie and Path are pretty good cards, so that's going to be our primary strat. I'm thinking. We're going to try and keep our bench size low. Tank hits. Dish out big damage. And we should be pretty much chilling, right? Wash energy, prevent all effects of attacks. Okay, so they've got the anti-Star Requiem technology in there. That's interesting. Not that I'm going to be using Star Requiem anyway, but interesting to note. Got a couple of research. Big Charm, I would like to... You could do Belt Halucha, right? So you could play Halucha in this deck, and then just bump your own path when you're like ready to do it. I don't hate that. Find Marnie off the top of the deck. Sure. I'm just going to trust that I'm going to draw some good cards off this Marnie. See? Those are good ones. Let's go... Okay, they might knock out my Bidoof, so we'll do that. We're going to quick ball away the Sharon's Care and go for... Dang, okay. I thought maybe Crobat was in here. Crobat is not in here. That's cool, though. Looks like we're doing that, and I have to pass without detaching an energy, which is not great. Lost Vacuum. I'm not into Lost Vacuum. I think that card is kind of stinky. Just like I think Tool Scrapper is kind of stinky. I really am not going to play Lost Vacuum in a deck that can't search it out. Like, if you can search it out with, like, Intellion, sure. But in a deck that's just trying to draw it, like... Oof! They got nothing! We marnied them! Let's go! So they have nothing. I've got 2 cards in my hand that I do not want to Ultra Ball away. I think I'm just going to attach here. Nah, we're chilling. All right, Ultra Ball. We're going to hit him where it hurts. Going to go get to Bieberell and start drawing cards. So we'll go here. And then if I can get a path out this turn, that means no more doing literally anything for them. So we've got this, right? And then we can bench another. We'll Starbirth. We've got our other Tina in the deck for research and the one of switch. Okay. So we'll go there, switch into this, and research. And we do find path double turbo, just like I wrote it up. So we can quick ball away the capture energy, go get a Tina, Trinity charge. Oh boy. Holy smokes. That's fine. Yeah, ain't nobody worried about that. All right, we'll go here, here, and here. There's a rod around here somewhere. No, rod is in the list. We prized it. Rod is in there. Yeah. Okay. Go here and just research. Cool, man. I like Arceus decks. You guys like Arceus decks? Man. Arceus decks are nice. Yeah, they're real good. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I don't actually. I don't love Arceus decks. But, like, who doesn't like fatty wins? Fatty dubs. All right, let's take another look at that real quick. Yeah, I like the more aggressive take on this. Just play Choice Bounce. We don't need to play Sharon's Cares. But then, all right, without the Sharon's Cares, we are just losing to single prize deck. All right. We'll just play the other list as we had it again. Sure. Thank you, P-Boy, for the Prime sub in the 28 months. Appreciate you, P-Boy Floyd. Arceus Giratina. Yeah, what's up, Ahmed? Volo. Volo. Instead of Sharon's Care. Dang, really hoping that I top deck an energy. That'd be sick. Okay. Thanks. Looks like I'm playing against Hisuian Zoroark VSTAR. The tough thing about Hisuian Zoroark VSTAR is that it can take big one-hit knockouts. So that's something that could go poorly for me. I can't gust up this guy right now because of the Diancie, which is fine. So we're just going to research. And we get some pretty good cards. We can go double turbo energy and then Starbirth, and we're just going to Starbirth for a big charm. Nope. A big charm and a Tina. That's cool. Put the big charm onto the Arceus. Try to make it as difficult as possible for the Zoroark to take the knockouts. And then slap down that path. And Trinity Nova for 180 damage. We'll accelerate some energy onto our friend. And then find a quick ball. And this is kind of just why Arceus is good. Yeah, it just does what it's supposed to do, like every game. It's low maintenance. It works. Yeah, man. Feels good. Going first is really good with Arceus. That's like exactly what you want. Looks like I'm playing against some sort of Cramorant Lost Zone deck, so that's cool with me. We are going to, let's see, probably just try to tank with a big Arceus early. That's fine. They're probably not going to disrupt my hand, so we'll attach that there. We'll quick ball away the boss and go get, I think, a Bidoof. That's good. Bench that and pass. And then we've got a real nice turn 2 chalked up. And my opponent is going to scoop up their only active Pokemon and concede the game. So that's good. Yeah, I like that. I can already tell I'm going to play against some jokester with a fighting type Pokemon, so I'm just going to put in a Dunsparce to make the haters mad. There we go. Cool. And we'll take out like a Bibarel or something. Thank you, Muff Brindo. I'll take out a big charm. Appreciate you, Muff Brindo, for that sub. Thank you. A Thornton? Why do I need a Thornton? Stop trying to make Thornton a thing. What's up, CDC? Just started playing Arceus. Going to talk about priorities with Arceus. Well, energy onto Arceus turn 1, and then you want to Trinity Nova turn 2. That's it. This deck is like one of the most linear decks in the game. It's just you got this big dude, and you're trying to Trinity Nova as fast as possible. Usually. So your priority is get out an Arceus and get an energy to it. If you have any more specific questions, feel free to shoot. But that's like your ideal turn 1. You have a pretty simple ideal turn 1. You want to get an Arceus with a energy on it turn 1. You would like to, in my mind, so like if you ask me, all right, well, Andrew, why did you quick ball for a Bidoof instead of a backup Arceus there turn 1? So say you have an Arceus and an energy, and then you've got a quick ball, and you could decide to either get Bidoof or you could decide to get Arceus number 2. Well, it depends on the situation, right? Because if I'm up against a deck that I think, could knock out my Arceus, then I definitely want to get a backup Arceus. But if I'm not, then I can always just Starbirth for the extra Arceus next turn, and having the Bibarel to draw is good. Cool. Looks like I'm playing against Turbo Dark. I've got Path. I've got Switch. Get Ultra Ball away these. And we prized our Crobat again, which is fine. So we're going to go get Arceus. I'm going to switch into the Arceus, Path, and Marnie. And we are able to find that double turbo energy, which is really good. It's exactly what we were looking for. So I can do that, and then I can quick ball away the quick ball, and we're going to go get Bidoof. And the reason we're getting Bidoof is so that I can evolve into Bibarel and draw some cards. We're going to accelerate those to the Tina. And we're going to hope that my opponent doesn't have Choice Belt and a way to retreat the Galarian Moltres to bop my Arceus. But Marnie Path is a powerful combination. That, it's pretty good. But they do have at least the Aura Burn. Yep, but no damage buff, so they are stuck doing 190. And I top deck Research, which is sick. So I'll use Capture Energy, and we can go get a backup Arceus, and then Research. We were able to find Arceus. I think that I drew into like the other 2 basic energy in my deck. I could just take this knockout with Giratina, but by doing that, it's a little bit ugly because I have to do some ugly loss zoning in order to do that. So we'll evolve. I'm doing 180. It's 10 short of the knockouts. Ultra Ball away these guys. And we can get this dude. Yeah, I have no basic energy left in my deck. Well, Industrious Incisors. They seem stuck, though, right? So, like, that's fine. Because I can just... If we hit, like, a... Oh, no. Yeah, we'll just Trinity Nova. It's fine. That way, if they swing with the Moltres, they knock themselves out. So, it doesn't really matter, right? It's not worth it. We just chill here. They don't have anything going on in their hand. Literally nothing. And they're going to knock themselves out, right? That's an okay trade to make because I'm in such a commanding position. We find Giratina VSTAR, and now we're ready to just start smoking things, right? Like, dude. Promote the Tina. And we're big chillin'. Could evolve into this guy. Could just yeet that double turbo. We'll bench that and Marnie. Seems cool. We'll just Lost Impact. And just do that. That's cool. I'm not going to lie. I was into that. That felt nice. Just get rid of the double turbo energy. Easy. And then we've got a way to just knock out that Arceus, or that Darkrai, if I can find a yeah, I think I'm coming around. I think that Giratina probably is just best paired with Arceus. It's just more consistent. Which like really ends up being like the big deal, right? Consistency is king. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't even read Giratina. I didn't even know that you could Lost Zone energy from another Pokemon. I had no idea. Looks like I'm playing against some sort of water deck. It's actually a Goodra deck. Cool. With an Empoleon as the lead. I've got some pretty good cards in my hand. Let's just quick ball away this Ultra Ball and go get an Arceus. And then we're going to slam that path down, switch into Arceus, double turbo energy, and research. And then I've got turn 1 Trinity Charge to accelerate some extra energy into play. So let's go Psychic to the Arceus. I think I accidentally put 2. Did I put 2 grass on the Giratina here? No, I'm good. All right, cool. And then next turn, we're good to go. Now you might wonder, Andrew, why didn't you just slam that other Giratina V down? The reason I did not do that is because my opponent could boss it up and this deck only plays 1 switch, so I didn't want to get stuck. Not getting stuck is important. Speaking of stuck, it does look like my opponent is stuck, so I am not going to do them a favor by playing the Marnie, and they are just going to scoop to me. Yeah, man, I should have just threw in the towel and started playing Arceus a long time ago. Would I consider putting a Cramorant in? It's too situational. There's cards like that, situations like that, where it's like probably just not worth it. The math doesn't really add up. Looks like I'm playing against Cure and Palkia again. That's fine. Haven't used the Sharon's Cares yet, but like, whatever. Rolling into ladder games without an answer to single prize decks is usually not a great idea. Cool. I've got a fat nothing going on here, so I'm just going to slam the path and pass and hope that maybe my opponent doesn't have too much going on. They got an instant counter and are going to start doing some things. So having a bad time. You really want to open Arceus V. This is like a swift way to lose the game, is by not getting an Arceus down turn 1. If I was at a regionals, this would be like a, yeah, man, I'll scoop and go to game 2 kind of situation. But there's hope. There's some. I haven't found myself loving Kyurem. I think Kyurem's like fine. I guess it's scary when it gets set up, but it just seems like there's so many other good cards to knock out in this deck. It's like you knock out Palkia, knock out Lumineon. I also guess I just feel like Palkia Inteleon is just like a much scarier deck to play against than Palkia Kyurem. All right, they got their energy and they're going to rule the region, sure. But what that means is that they've thinned another stadium card out of their deck. So there's the quick ball. Get rid of Boss's Orders, fine. Arceus would have liked to have that last turn, man. That would have been great. Attaching energy, and Marnie would like to find a path here. By using Rule the Region, they are putting all their stadiums to the bottom of the deck. So if I am able to find a path, then we could be in there. Let's quick ball away the capture energy. I feel like I'm kind of just committing to my bench right now. Looking for a path. We find a path. We're good. We don't. So we're bad, but that's fine. We will just pass. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Oh, yeah, doing plenty of damage there. 18 plus 6, 240. Actually, that matters. Okay, pass. Unfortunate. Would have been lovely to find the path there, but we got it next turn with Starbirth. The hope is that they just maybe don't have, so many energy in play that like I'm already kind of bodied, but we'll see. They accelerate an energy with Glaciated World. Very cool. And they've got Melanie to accelerate another energy into play and draw some cards. They need to find their origin form, Palkia VSTAR. I've got another Kyurem. Fine. But do they have the Palkia? I feel like, and we missed that one. Yeah, I feel like just Palkia Inteleon's just the better deck. I can Hydro Break, that's fine. So let's go here. And we got some things going on. We got Arceus. We've got double turbo energy. We've got quick ball away this just to thin the deck, or I guess I should say I'm about to Marnie. So just to get another card, and we can Training Court for the energy back. And then Starbirth, and we're going to Starbirth for Path, Marnie. Slam the Path down, Marnie, and just start cooking, right? We can protect our energy a little bit by getting this Giratina VSTAR going, if that's what we want to do. Or I could go get Bibarel. And then try to draw cards. I feel like Bibarel is the way. And I think I'm okay to just bench that and draw. And that's right, it was the way. Excellent. We can do this. And evolve that. Now we've protected a good number of our fellas. We can use Trinity Nova for 180 damage, accelerate some extra energy into play. We'll go all aboard to the Tina. And we'll see what they've got this next turn. They cannot Glaciated World with the Path out. They do have Palkia V-Star. We've got a big Charmed Arceus, though, which is very good. And we've got Sharon's Care in the deck as well, so if our Arceus gets smacked, we could potentially pick up the Arceus. I should have put one energy onto Arceus V-Star, knowing that potentially I'm going for the Sharon's Care play, right? How many bosses orders do I have down? One. I think I can stick this thing, this Kyurem VMAX. What do you guys think? I think I can. 100%. There we go. Do that. Trinity Nova. 180 damage. We soften it up. That's good. Accelerate an extra energy into play. Yeah, that's cool. And then, since they have a 3-card hand, Path is stuck. They're just sitting there having to use Primate Wisdom to try and get themselves out of it. They can attach another energy, but they are stuck. So we are huge chilling right now. This guy can do a lot of damage. Discard any amount of water energy from this Pokemon, 50 more damage. So it's doing 270 right now. This is a lot of damage. But it doesn't matter, because I'm going to knock out this. Palkia. Yeah. We're going to get there. So let's Ultra Ball away the Crobat and the Ultra Ball. Get another Arceus V-Star and just Industrious Incisors for 3. Let's see what we find. We've got Marnie and Research. I feel like I can probably Research into the bottom of the deck just to like have those Sharon's Cares. I do still have a Marnie left, so that's fine. We'll Trinity Nova and take our 3 prizes. We find Path and Ultra Ball and double Turbo Energy. So we've got Palkia, and then we just need Boss for game, right? On Lumineon. It is a little bit tough not being able to one-hit KO Kyurem VMAX. I don't love that. But it's fine. Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to go Choice Belts and Halucha or something. We do play Path, though. So we turn off all rule box Pokemon's abilities, which is why we're not playing a Radiant Pokemon right now. They've got Empoleon, which makes no difference off Irida, and the Lost Blender. Still, that Path is just, and this is like, you gotta play Bibarel, right? You can't not. I mean, look at the consequences if you don't play Bibarel, right? It's just gonna have a bad time. So Subspace Swell. I can finish this thing off with my Arceus, and then all I need to do is Gust for game. Cool. So we go here. Ultra Ball away. These guys. The boss is in the deck. Okay. So then I kind of just want to hold, because if I get Marnied, I want to get Marnied into the boss, not out of the boss. So we're just going to Trinity Nova. And then I've got enough cards to be able to draw out my entire deck next turn if I have to. So we'll go. And then for game, I can bench Pumpkaboo, I can Ultra Ball, I can attach an energy, and we should be able to draw out most of the deck. Hopefully. I guess maybe it was correct to Marnie. Maybe. But we should be fine. All right, they're going to get rid of the Path finally. And they can use their abilities. I could not have won the game last turn because I had no way to knock out the Kyurem VMAX. So, no. There's no reason to play out all those cards. You know, my opponent could still disrupt my hands and all that. And plus, they're about to use Kyurem VMAX, Max Frost, but they have to discard all this energy in order to take the knockout. So it's like, it's just not great. Like, this seems fantastic if you can just use your abilities like every turn constantly, maybe, but you're telling me I'm not even gonna get to do my Lost Impact? What the heck, man? It's the whole reason I'm here. That's fine. That's what I'm here for. Solo Max Frost, sure. I've got to find my boss, which shouldn't be too bad. There are only 5 cards in my deck. We find Switch, so that's good because it's a burnable card, so I can switch into the Bibarel. It's got free retreats. We can Ultra Ball away Marnie and Sharon's Care. And we fail it, and then we can put down the Path, and then we can Pumpkaboo the Path, and then we can Industrious Incisors for 3, and so long as boss is not the last card in my deck, it actually would have been fine because I can Ordinary Rod back in my Crobat and then get it drawn into it, so GG's regardless. We've got 1 prize remaining, so we gust up this guy. And take the knockouts with Arceus and Trinity Nova. GG's. Cool, man. How do I like this deck? This deck is good. For sure. Yeah, this is actually a good deck. Yeah, it's way better than the other decks. That's for sure. Why must you do this to me? I said you were a good deck. And then this. This is what I get for telling everybody that you're a nice deck. Why not have Giratina? Why not? Why, like, cool. We've got Bidoof. We're chilling. We've got Capture Energy. Quick Ball away a Psychic Energy. Let's go get your boy Arceus. Bidoof. Capture Energy to the Arceus. I'm going to get another Arceus. Pass. Like, why? I think that what Tina brings to the deck is one-hit KO potential, right? It didn't have that before. You had to, like, previously you had to pick which type you were going to tech for with Arceus. So, like, you'd play Flying Pikachu, or you'd play Hisuian Decidueye. But now, you could just one-hit KO everything with Giratina. Yeah, like, what? Like, why not? And Giratina has a shred attack. So I don't have a way to knock out VMAXs in the list currently, but you could, right? You could play a Leon. You could play Choice Belts. You could play Radiant Halucha. I mean, there's options there. But also, what... There are options. That's the thing. But also, have I lost to a VMAX yet? Like, no. Thank you, Jimbo, for that Prime sub in the 4 months. Why? Because Marnie Path is very good against every VMAX deck. You're going to use Starbirth with this deck every time. You're never planning on using... Giratina's VSTAR attack. Because we don't have enough ways to get cards into the Lost Zone. You have to have 10 cards in the Lost Zone to use that. So that's just what the plan is. Now, I am drawing pretty miserably right now, which is unfortunate, because I think we can win this matchup. We do get Bibarel off the top, so that's nice. That's fine. Yikes. Okay. Nice. They woke up. But yes, I think I'm just going to lose this one regardless. Just got off to a really bad start. Yeah, Arceus Tina just seems fine. It's a good deck. Marnie Path is good. Arceus is good. It's better than Hisuian Zork, yeah. Because Arceus is just a better card. You know, at the end of the day. Arceus is just one of the best cards ever printed. Okay. Ultra Ball away these. You know, dude, it literally just plain old, boring old Arceus decks won the North American International Championships and the World Championships this year. Are you not surprised? Like, it's literally just plain old Arceus decks, baby. You might not like it, but like that's the reality that we live in. Yeah. Is that it's just an Arceus world. Yeah, and like every single American regional, yeah. Yo, what's up, pilot? Of course, you got it. I know. I feel for you, man. I feel for you. Hang in there. And keep doing what you do. We appreciate it. It's great because I can tune in to Trust Your Pilot and I can follow Trust Your Pilot on Twitter, and then I don't have to play live, but I can like stay in the loop, right? It's like our resident TCG live reporter, you know. Thank you, Quanimus, for that gifted sub to Trust Your Pilot. Appreciate you, Evie. Thank you. Starbirth. We're going Marnie Path, baby. That's what I got going on right here. Or on the ground reporter, right? Getting all the deets. How much damage you do again? Like 220? That's cool, man. That's cool. We're chilling. Of course, Bieberell is good. That's not like a big... Like, obviously, Bieberell is a broken card. Yeah. Actually, I don't know. I'm tripping. We should just hang tight there. Okay. Trinity Nova. Okay. Grass, Psychic, and then we'll go one more to the Arceus V. All right, they've got another temple. How many temples are you playing, dude? Not loving that. Yes, I am going to refrain from saying anything more on the topic of the Pokemon trading card game live. I'll just defer to Trust Your Pilot. I think that Trust Your Pilot's the one actually playing day in, day out, and I think their commentary is very valid and valuable. So, yeah. So pretty much whatever Trust Your Pilot says, yeah, I agree. They're the ones playing every day. And they kind of see it for what it is. So, yeah, I ain't going to go in anymore, especially with, like, some stuff that I got going on. I ain't really trying to, like... yeah, I ain't really trying to, like, have a bad time out here, so... Let's you got 90 hit points left. You bumped my stadium. Easy. We'll do that. Pumpkaboo your stadium away. A Crobat to draw some more cards. And we find exactly what I want, which is an Arceus and a Marnie. So let's do it. They've only got 3 prizes remaining. We find our Giratina VSTAR, which is great. And I can take this knockout. Cool. So we'll accelerate extra energy into play. And now we can pretty much just go knockout game. Which is exactly what we're trying to do. Oh, I saw that Mori made a new... I saw that they made a new... Mori made a new crab emote. Yeah, the cloth. Yeah, I was very jealous. Somebody else snatched that up. The dancing cloth. I know. Missed opportunities, man. Feels bad. All right, we're not in the best spot. If they can take this knockout, like, we're kind of sweating, man. Not having a great time. They're doing 250. They're looking for one more scoop up net. I think they might miss. They did miss. Okay. But they could still... Well, it might be kind of like out of juice, right? Let's see. If I switch, I've got Bidoof. I totally have a Bidoof in my deck, right? Totally. Yeah. Good stuff. So do that. Switch into Giratina. And swing in with Lost Impact. And now we're in a boss game situation. Did we learn that Tina has to discard energy from herself? Why did I load it all onto one? Because it was the safest place to put the energy. I think. Should have taken it off Arceus. It doesn't matter. Oh no, they have win. No. So sad. Dang, I just got sauced there. It was like every... Yeah. They didn't miss a beat. The Marnie path did not work against them, which is sad. That's what we needed. We did have a pretty terrible start against that deck, though, so that was fine. That was like our miserable Crobat start, right? I'm pretty sure. So... That's okay. I'll try this one more time. What's up, Dylan? Thanks for the Prime sub in the 32 months. It's not the best opening hand, but so long as my Arceus doesn't get knocked out, we're chilling. Oh, what is this? Some sort of Lost Zone metal deck. Oh boy. Is this like a Lost Zone Dialga deck, maybe? And there is the Dialga. Okay. I think I'm going to turn one, boss this guy up to try and disrupt them and pass. And then we just need to make it through the turn. Yeah, Mirage Gate, they probably play like 2 off-color energies, right? I would guess. And they've got the Banette to put more cards into the Lost Zone. It's interesting. Yeah, probably 2 water, yeah, something like that. Oh, Charles, you're 100% correct in your assessment. Yes. I very much agree with you, Charles. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. Any questions? It's just an Arceus and Palkia world, and we're living in it. That's okay. They're 2 of the best cards ever printed. Cool. They did not get what they needed. They have Banette, but I have got Starbirth. So, we don't have like the most friendly hand right now. And I really don't want to Marnie. I mean, it doesn't matter. They could just go Colress again with the Banette. So, like, they have options. So I can Marnie. But I almost feel like I should just research all of this. I feel like that's better. I've got a Rod in the deck, right? Yeah, we're chilling. Boom. Cool. We got the Tina. We got the Bidoof. We got more stuff going on. I can quick ball away this and go get another Arceus and Trinity Nova for 180 damage. We've only got 2 energy in the deck. Oh boy. We'll accelerate to Tina. Icky says that Fire Gym Leader Challenge getting spicy with Lost City and Sunny Form, Cast Form. What's the synergy there between Lost City and Sunny Form, Cast Form? That's right, Charles. Lots of time to talk Gym Leader Challenge. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Mirage Gates. We'll see. Maybe we get to see the off-color energy. Oh, that's cool. You get to lost zone a guy and then you don't get lost zoned in return. That's cute. I like that. Cool. We got Evolution Incense. Can go get Bibarel and Quick Ball away. Marnie. Set that up. Industrious Incisors. We are just digging for our Ordinary Rod now so that I can get more energy into the deck, which would be big. Haven't found the Ordinary Rod yet, but I do have Path, which is quite good. And we can just Trinity Nova for the knockouts, take our 2 prizes. See, I think I should have an energy or 2 prize, so maybe we find one. Yeah, there we are. That's good, because that means I can attack with Giratina. Having the Bidoof down means that if my opponent does go in with Origin Form Dialga VSTAR, then they can... I can send up a Bidoof if they use, you know, maybe if they use their VSTAR power on something. I think that this is very cool. The idea of a turbo. I hate saying Dialga. Can I just say that I don't like saying Dialga, but apparently that is the official pronunciation of Dialga. Did you know that? Does this information hurt you? How do you feel about that? Let me know in the chat. It's Dialga. My uncle works at Pokemon and told me. Yep. I feel that I will continue to pronounce things however I want. Arceus and Dialga. Do you love it? It's like finding out the real pronunciation of Rayquaza. Yeah, man. I know, right? I have to say, yo, what's up, Mia? I have to say, we have not been using... You're telling me... Mia, are you telling me it's not Fione? It's not actually Fione, is it? What are the options? It's not Fione? It's not Fione, is it? Fione? Is it Fione? No. God, no. I know. At least Garbodor makes sense. All right. I can concede. I'll concede Garbodor because odor, right? Garbage, odor, Garbodor. I get it. That's fine. But Dialga? That's where I draw the line, man. I've even fixed. It's not Bibarel. I say Bibarel now. I say Bidoof. I'm a good boy, all right? I play ball. I do. But sometimes there's some hurt more than others, all right? I say Zacian. I say Bibarel. I say Arceus. I say Rayquaza. But Dialga hurt. I was watching a Hassan video last night, and he was talking about the outrage over people, who are unhappy with the casting choices of in Rings of Power and House of the Dragon, which like is obviously extremely cringe and also ridiculous. But Hassan was like, "You realize it's all made up, right?" It was so sick. He's like, "You realize it's all just made up." Yeah. It's insane. Sometimes it hurts just to be alive. Let's quick ball away in energy. We'll do this. Attach an energy. Gust up a Tina. And pass. Oh my god. I am absolutely loving Rings of Power and House of the Dragon right now. I think they're both incredible productions, amazing shows. The casting's been phenomenal. The talent has all done amazing work on those productions. Absolutely incredible. I haven't seen episode 4 of Rings of Power yet, so don't ruin it for me. Or if my Arceus gets knocked out, I'm going to be a sad panda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they come out on Thursday nights. They come out on like Thursday nights. They originally advertised that Rings of Power was coming out on Friday, but they totally have been coming out on Thursdays. So I don't really know what the science is there, but anybody who unironically says the woke propaganda in my chat is going to get timed out or banned. All right. Like if you unironically say those words, see ya. Yeah, absolutely wild. That's a yikers. The casting, you should see what they're doing to the frogs. Yeah, no. None of that out here, all right? None of that. Yeah, take none of that. All right, you gonna knock out my Arceus or what? I've been sitting here waiting. talking about all sorts of stuff. I'm not bringing up politics. I'm bringing up how I'm very happy that they casted talented actors in Rings of Power, House of the Dragon, and Little Mermaid, and how those professionals have done incredible work with their art forms, and that I am very happy about the representation that's happening in these fantasy shows. That's not political. It just means that if you're upset about that, then you need to do a serious, serious bout of self-reflection. Like, if you're genuinely unhappy about representation in fantasy, then you can excuse yourself from this chat, that's for sure. And please do a little self-reflection. It ain't all about you, you know? Oh, this is tough. I think that's... I'm going to go Big Charm Marnie. Big Charm Research. Big Charm here. Yes, well, Tommy should. If you've watched those shows, then you will see that those actors have earned it based on merit. So take that attitude right out of here. And if you don't think so, then you might be racist. I'm going to research. Go here. And we're chilling. Trini Nova. And I can accelerate one energy. I think I prized both of my Giratina Vs, huh? It's not great. Yeah, anyways, I'm very excited about those shows. I think that they're incredible productions. There's so much to be excited about in the world of fantasy right now. And I'm just so happy to see people getting opportunities in those genres. Yeah, it's really exciting. So I like to just drown out the haters and the negative people and the racists and all of that, because, like, dude, I ain't got time or the energy to entertain your grifts, right? I just don't. So I don't have the time or the mental energy to handle just the whole grifting thing. So just, like, please, you know. I couldn't be more thrilled with the House of the Dragon and the Rings of Power stuff. Do they have 10 cards in the Lost Zone? If so, I'm getting smacked. It looks like, yup, they do. It's not great. Like a Star Requiem, that's... I've prized both my guys. So I've prized both my Giratina Vs. So my only real, like, route is to... Oh, no, I haven't. What the heck? They're right here. Okay, you guys lied to me. And then Someone in the chat said that I prized both my Giratina Vs, and I just assumed that was fact. Thank you, Devo, for that Prime sub. Yeah. I know. It's just one person in the chat was like, dang, your Giratina Vs are both gone. I was like, no, that stinks, man. I can't believe it. All right. So now I need to find a rod. Okay. I don't have the rod right now. So it's not good. Let's quick ball away this. Just need to find that rod. Could still accelerate. Oh, now I can't. Okay, that's fine. I was going to say, if I find the rod, good. If I find my other grass energy, very bad. But it's all good. They colorless, they find one energy, they can Star Requiem my guy. Go to 2 prizes left. This is tough because it's like, if they can just string knockouts with Giratina, they should beat Arceus Giratina every time. Because they just do 280 while I'm doing like 200, right? So they can Mirage Gate. And that's kind of chill. I'm like stuck here manually attaching. So it looks like they're just going to pivot into a new Tina. Oh, no, they just have Checkmate set up now, right? Because they go knockouts. Well, yeah, they pretty much go. Unless I can gust up this Tina and knock it out, right? Something like that. That would be my plan. I need them to not have Gust. It's not like a great situation for me to be in. That was, yeah, a game-losing misclick for sure, unfortunately. Yeah, the Bidoof, that's not where that was supposed to go. That was definitely supposed to go on the Tina, unfortunately. Sad. I think Giratina is good, though. I do. I think that, like, your Arceus Flying Pikachu decks are going to start to look like Arceus Giratina decks instead. Like, maybe they still play a thin Flying Pikachu. That's cool. But I think that the Arceus decks are going to start to look like Arceus Giratina. Dang, this deck is... Sheesh. Sheesh. Looking nice. And this guy? That's kind of poggers. For the turn 1 Regal Stance. Fascinating. Well, I will Marnie and hope for the best. It's not bad. We've got this guy. I would like to play the path, but more than that, I would like to find an energy, so we'll do that. Put down the Tina and Crobat for a draw of 6. We do find an energy for Arceus, and I can get myself another Bidoof and then slam that path down, and you're go. And this is why this is like what this deck does. You want to Marnie path, and you hope it works. And if it doesn't work, then you're having a bad time. But if it works, I mean, you're cruising. You got Bieberels, you get those guys going. You start using your very industrious incisors, and no, don't you lost vacuum my stadium? No. That's fine. I've got more paths where that came from. And they have to use Crobat as a bailout, which is fine with me. They also have removed my path for me because, which is nice, so I'll be able to use my Arceus VSTAR's Starbirth ability. Now they've got 4 cards in the Lost Zone. It's not quite enough. They need to find Culver's Experiment to really up that. They'll have 5 after this flower selecting. Tool Jammer, cool. And if they find Culver's, they can get up to 7. They've got Metal Energy so that they can Revenge Blood. Yo, it's a tech for the Kyurem VMAX. That's so gnarly, man. Isn't that cool? That's sick. Yeah, that's a cool tech card right there. Yeah, they're going in. They got the Culver's Experiment. They got plenty of cards in the Lost Zone now. They've only got 1 Tina out, though. So, you know, are they just going to tackle Cramorant? Probably tackle Cramorant, right? Has to be what's going on. They got Mirage Gates. That's a pretty powerful setup. It definitely feels bad playing Arceus Giratina against Turbo Giratina because, like, what are you doing? You know, it's like, dang, all right. Like, it takes me multiple turns to get Giratina V-Star up. So they're going to be able to have 10 cards in the Lost Zone easy. So I think we just sack this one, save our big charm for later, is like the idea. Yeah, we don't want to like slam the big charm down until it's time. They've only got 4 cards in their hand. We do find the double turbo energy. Okay. And then I could Starbirth for boss to just go, yeah, that's probably just good. What's my energy situation looking like? 4, it's fine. If I boss to soften it up, then they bring up. So I kind of also want to set up another Arceus, actually. Oh, I've already got Ultra Ball in my hand. So, yeah. Okay. So let's boss up this guy. Ultra Ball away these. And then set up another Arceus. Training Court. It's fine. Throw those back in. And then we'll Trinity Nova. And I can accelerate some energy into play. We'll put the Psychic Energy onto a Tina. We'll put the Grass Energy onto Arceus. And we'll put the other Grass Energy onto Tina. That's cool. So we're kind of just trying to... Yeah, it's not really worth it to boss the Crobat to take 2 prizes. What we're doing is we're just identifying that this is like the major threat on their board and trying to neutralize it quickly. You know, if I can go Trinity Nova, then they take 2 prizes, then go Trinity Nova again, but like, look, they don't want that. So they're like going to retreat. That's cool. Fine. But we've softened this up, so now I can finish it off with an Arceus, which is very good. Now, all right, so we are like full on with the Tina Wars now. I see. Let's Industrious Incisors for 3. Got an energy here, and we can quick ball away this to thin my deck a little bit more in research. We find Path. I think I want to retreat, find Evolution Incense to go get another one of these guys. And we want to retreat first. Use the Training Court, bring an energy back. Slam the Path down. And let's just Trinity Nova. We got 2 Psychics left. Maybe the Grass was the correct one to retrieve. Oops. Accelerate those here. And see what we get. We've still got Grass and a Psychic left in my hand. Ordinary Rod's gone. Sharon Care still in deck. They've got Culver's Experiment, which is fine. And they can blast my Arceus to next week. But that's okay. I've got Marnie and Giratina VSTAR. Not that I'll need it. I'll be able to go up with Arceus and then kind of finish the game with my Giratina VSTAR, which is good. So I'm into that. We'll disrupt. And then they're not going to have like a great... I mean, I guess this guy does 30 more damage for each prize card taken. So if I've taken an odd amount of prizes, say I've taken 5, so it'd be 150, 270, right? With the Choice Belt, can do 280 damage. So it is kind of scary. They're going for Star Requiem, so they're using their V-Star attack. And I'll finish this guy off with Arceus. And then we've got Giratina VSTAR all built up. We can quick ball away that just to thin it out of the deck. And then Marnie. We got some energy and we got Sharon's Care. So sure, we might as well give this guy a little bit more HP. And Industrious Incisors. Then we've got a pretty good looking hand. So we'll just Trinity Nova and stack the extra Psychic Energy onto Giratina VSTAR. And with Boss's Orders, I can potentially chase down whatever it is I need to chase down. If a Pokemon swings into my Arceus, I can pick it up with Sharon's Care and put it back down, so that's nice. Like if they go Cramorant here or something like that, then I can just loop the Arceus. Certainly feels very good. We're getting Rock Sand, but that's okay because of Bibarel. And we'll be able to draw out of that regardless. And they have Zamazenta. That's it. So they have to Revenge Blast, but then I can go in with my Giratina VSTAR, and they see that I've got the game. So it's going to be GG's. Cool. All right, guys. I got to get going. I've got a lot I got to do today, so thank you all so much for hanging out during the stream. I'll post my deck list in the Tricky Gym Discord. Huge thank you guys for being patient while I work on this project that I am very excited about and cannot wait to share with you all. I'm going to be back in my studio at home a week from Monday, so we got that to look forward to. I love you guys all very much. Thank you guys so much for your patience and for hanging out. Until next time. We'll see ya. Someone said that JW was streaming. Is that true? No way. There's no way that JW is online. He is. Oh, go say hi to JW for me. See you guys. Have a great weekend.